Well, I was late because I I realized at the last minute I wanted paper for this, and I had to go move stuff in the laundry room to get paper for this. So it was, one of those things. Hello, everybody. Whoever's here, whoever's not here yet,
Welcome, welcome.
welcome, welcome. Lisa's here to play with me.
I'm here to play.
Yes. And then not only that, they're tearing up our road that are across the road supposedly, but man, have they made a mess. We can't get in and out of our driveway properly. So,
Well, that's not fun.
and okay, so the dryer's broke. Hi,
Hi,
Tanya.
Tanya.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. I'm sorry, it's just funny. It's Tanya and Lisa and Tanya and Lisa.
Oh my goodness, that was a good one. I did, yeah, it caught me just off guard. Um, well, I was gonna say something. Oh, my dryer was broke. Brandon's car was broke, so he's having to take my car because by the time he gets off work, taking struts apart on a car is not the easiest thing to do. He got those two things, I think, fixed yesterday. He said something else has to be done to his car, but for the most part, it's fixed. He doesn't have to have mine tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's just, and it's been 100, and it was 112 heat index here. And the new model on the 6:29 a.m. for Tanya. You and Julie all have to get up so early. There's no way.
Yeah.
The new model on the Hurricane says that we might be going to get a little more of it than they expected. So,
Well, just stay safe.
well,
I know
I
you're used
didn't.
to preparing for that, but still, it's
Yeah,
concerning.
I probably should have gone and gotten more water, but I didn't because we have some. There's water in the camper. Whatchamacallit, the just a minute. The tanks in the camper. There's water in the
Right.
camper. So, it's not like I have to have water or boil water to drink it or whatever. We have some drinking water, and we got water in the camper, and if they really think it's going to be bad, I'll start filling up water jugs, but I don't think it is, not for us. And there's always food in the freezer, so but we kind of stay prepared. So now the reason I'm down on bottled water is because it was time to rotate it. And Jeff hasn't been to Sam's with me, so I haven't gotten new cases.
Oh, yeah.
So, um, so Tanya, Lisa, what are you doing today? Guys working on anything? Ta-da! I think it's done.
All right. Well, you've been working on that a long time.
Yeah. And guess what? I got to show you what happened. I'm not happy.
Oh, yeah. Just ink black over the spine.
Well, I was going to ink the edges anyway, so that's what I'm going to do is ink it
Yeah.
all the way around. But I didn't realize that
Hi,
I
Julie.
had pulled it so tight. Hi, Julie. Lisa finished her sweater and now she's doing socks.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
I am going to trim this right here because, it's just, yeah. And then I'm going to ink the heck out of it so that it doesn't show up because, it's not like it's ever going to tear through. So, you might want to show uh, my sister Lisa that big book. Um, this is a big book that, hi, Barbara. Wanted to start on making
Hi,
an
Barbara.
ephemera to build up myself a stash. That's a good idea. Lisa's been playing in this book off and on for a year almost, right?
Probably at least. I don't think I've written down anywhere dates of anything.
Yeah.
Probably even more than that because I haven't done hardly anything in the last year. But
Right.
it's
Yeah.
I just call it the Nomad book, but it's by Sabella Court and it's Nomad: A Global Approach to Interior Style. So it's just a really cool book on its own, and then I've been adding in collage elements like on this page the chair and this little um, the notepad was there, but I added her and the people dancing in the tree. And then over here, it was this same background with words. And so I added in the city and the cow standing on the boat and the tree. Um, this one, I added the monkey and the foxes, the Eiffel Tower, and the dogs on. So it's just taking what's there and adding stuff to it. On this page, so far, all I've done is add this gentleman. But he looks really dapper. And
Anyway, so that's what she's playing in. It's a really cool book without anything, but then it's a really cool book to add stuff to. That's
yeah,
so.
let's see. And on this one, I added her in the doorway. Okay, this one says 116 of 23. So I did date this one. That's probably close to the very beginning
Beginning.
because I haven't been dated. I didn't even remember I ever put a date in there. So, um,
well, especially since sometimes I think you've done it and you've not decided it was finished. You
right,
know.
yeah. And so I added them on top of these pillows. I guess they're really blankets, but anyway. And on this page, the only thing I've added in is this. He looks like a pirate to me, so I added him in.
Hi, Sherry. I think I said
Um,
hello to everybody. Barbara, did I say hello? I hope so. Oh, Teresa's up there. I missed her. Hi, Teresa.
I did too. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sherry. So
If we
I
missed
added in
anybody, sorry.
the lizards and the dogs and the bunny. Sometimes it's hard to tell what you've added in without touching it. This one I added in these people. And over here I added in this bird on this stand and this little girl holding a big ice cream cone and a little bitty lizard down here.
Hi, Andrea.
And over here I just added in this bird and this cat. Hi, Andrea. And then this girl with some moth wings. So I'm just kind of adding whatever looks like it would be good on that particular page. Here, there was a, like this, was right here, but her on this ledge, I had cut out of a magazine and it just happened to fit right there. And then I added the flowers.
And it looks good right there.
It does. It looks like it was supposed to be there. And then here's a girl with butterfly wings. On this one, I added this girl jumping across the books.
Yeah, I really liked that one. Did you miss anyone, Julie? Probably not. But I miss people, and the chat doesn't move that fast. So it happens.
And this one, this rope was the background and the rocks. So I added in this guy and the flower and the butterfly and this lady. And in here, I added in this little square and this one with this girl. And I think everything else on that one was already there. And here, I added in this bird and this butterfly and this bird. And on this page, I added in this wolf, and then I added her in.
Andrea's going to lurk for a bit. That's good. That's okay. We're just glad you're here.
That's right. I think the only thing I've added in here is I put this dog onto that chair.
Yeah, Lisa, it is really hard to tell what she's added. Sometimes you can tell because, like the mouse sitting on top of the the
It's a
bottle
Julie
back
on a
there.
bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it doesn't look like it would be in a normal picture. So you can tell sometimes when it's super whimsy that that's what she's put in.
Yeah. I added the mouse and then this little teacup chihuahua. And of course, it is a teacup.
Yeah.
And I added in this guy, but everything else in here was there. So him and these I added in.
I've been trying to find particular sized cubbies for our camper, Julie. That's yeah. I know what that kind of feels like. Oh, oh,
And
oh.
I added her into that photo, but let the wings come out, which I think blends it all in together.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't something I would necessarily normally use, but she just fit right there. And I didn't add anything to that one yet. Like I said, sometimes I have to touch them to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
And here I added in the toucan and the orangutan and the flower. I mean, the leaf, big leaf behind him. And then this one, I just added these two guys on ladders and the clock. And I added this gentleman in. And the wooden piece here. There was a like a chair rails, but now I made it look like he's standing between this piece and that piece, even though this is really just a wall. But I think it turned out pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Andrea, craft design, edit, sleep, repeat is my sister Lisa. She's another Lisa Conway, so we've been calling her Alaska Lisa because we have Texas Lisa online. So just so you know.
And I added some dinosaurs in here. Added the puppy onto this one. And I added this girl in there. And that's, fairly easy to see just because she's so sharp and the rest of it's not.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, I added in this column with these children. And then
See, and the column doesn't look like it was added. It
I
kind
just,
of go
and part of the reason it doesn't is because there's one over here.
right. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, even though it's black and white and this is in color, it still looks like it was part of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But the kids in front make it a little more obvious that it was added in.
Mm-hmm.
But that was actually all one thing.
Oh, okay. Also the shadow, yeah. So anyways, those books are really fun to collage and she's just,
And here I added her on top of these and then this window. So I'm going to try to find without going through every page. Okay, on this one, I added quite a bit into this one. It was just mainly a blue background. But anyway, I added all of that and then the kitties over here. And then on this one, I added him and I added her. And then I added all of them over here. I added plants into this. This was already here. I just put plants in it. And then I added this dog in the window and flowers in front of him. And then I found this little girl. Looks like she's offered him something to eat. So I added her in too. don't think there's really much left that I've done. I added her and these. And then I added her over here and the bird up here on that one.
You didn't take any pages out of that book, though, did you?
No, I didn't take anything out. I've just added stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
I added in some of these moths into this picture. Then I added these critters in here and her. I added the giraffe. On this one, I added the bear at the top and the girl coming down the banister and then the frog in the front. I added this little guy with his hand on the bowl. That's little Lord Fauntleroy. And I added these ladies in here.
The thing is, there's so much difference in the photos that are in that book. You know, it's architecture, then it's a collage of other things, then it, you know,
you can put a lot of different stuff in it because everything's so different.
Right.
So I added him. I guess everything that's not green in this picture was added in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just added this over here.
Yeah. Barbara says she loves how everything looks like it belongs where you put it. And yeah, that's why it's, you know, it looks like it belongs, but then it, you know, it kind of adds some, I think it just adds some differences, some whimsy, some.
On this one, I added these guys down at the bottom of the stairs.
Hi, Dana.
And I added these kids on top of that bone and this little guinea pig. On this one, I added this and this and this and this. So the shinier, brighter stuff I added on this one. And then this one, I added this bird and this bird, but this one was already here. And then I added this guy.
Who will eat the birds?
Who will? I don't know. Maybe he'll be good. He would like to eat the birds, probably. Yeah, on this one, I added this bird and this flower. That's probably my least favorite one. It's okay. It just
go back to it and let me see.
Well, where is it?
There you go. Okay, you know, it's probably because they're so much brighter than the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you could fix that.
I could, but I'm not sure if I will or not.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then I've got this girl walking the
tightrope
wires. Yeah, wearing her fur. So, anyway. And that's this book. That's what I've done so far.
It's really cool. Well, I inked this thing while you were gone, while you were busy.
Okay.
See, it's all fixed
now. Took care of it.
Took care of it because I was going to ink it anyways because, you know, then it has that used kind of look anyways because, you know, when you tote it around, it's going to be abused anyhow. So now I got to sew in the paper, and while you were showing off your book, I cut out the paper so that it can get it sewed in there. So that's what I'm doing next, the sewing it in.
Sounds good.
So, except that I need to make marks on my, and this, I keep bumping this, and if I disappear, it's because I bumped that thing, and so we just gonna put it up there. Except that I think I'm kind of in, and I want to be out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So,
hi Dana. Welcome, welcome.
Pencil. I need a pencil. Jeffrey must have finally gotten hungry. He's been out. Hi, Mindy. Putting what we call Reflectix. It's like aluminum foil bubble wrap. It's like bubble wrap or bubble envelopes or something like that, but it's made with aluminum on both sides of it.
Uh-huh.
And it helps reduce the heat. And he puts it in the cabinets and closets, any place that we're not looking at it all the time.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of heat loss or heat that comes in that we don't want to come especially in the summertime, especially when it's sitting there by its little lonesome and we're not playing in it. I'm looking for my there it is. My
Hey,
little
Mindy.
tiny. Oh, that's not my phone book, but this will do. Okay. Okay. I have to do that too. So forgot that part. Oh, it's Mindy's birthday. Yay, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday. It's my sister-in-law's birthday too.
Lisa says in 2 weeks she's going to be live with us. That's because they're going to be here for the weekend, just the weekend, but for a little bit. Her son is supposed to graduate from Air Force boot camp stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
So, they're going to Texas, and because they're going to be in Texas, they're going to come by here afterwards so she can see Mom, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a mark down there. I can't see. Where is it? Okay. Come on. Where's that mark? Right there. Okay. Talked to him yesterday and he sounded real good. I'm just glad that he's not having to, that the heat has just not toasted him. I really am. I'm so glad. Yeah, he's on track to graduate. Yeah. And so Sean can see Mom too. Yeah. She has twins. Patrick and Sean are twins. And she had Rachel here a couple years ago, I think it was. It's been several years, actually, I guess. It goes really fast.
Time goes by, isn't it?
It goes really fast because Mom wasn't living in assisted living then. So.
Oh, and she's been there quite a while.
Yeah. So okay, we need a pokey tool. Pokey tool. Where's my pokey tool? 2019, she said. Well, when we figured out how old my dryer was, I should have just gone and bought a new one. But having them fix it was way cheaper. So
yeah.
Because the cheapest new one would have been $600 plus tax. I think it was on sale. That was the cheapest new one.
Wow.
That I was finding, They fixed it for less than $200. So I was pleased with that.
Well, if it'll last a few more years, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, well, when you get them apart, there's not, if you buy a cheap one, okay. But Rachel has work and school, so she can't come. Yeah. Um, if you don't buy one with a lot of bells and whistles, there's not a lot of parts in a dryer.
Yeah.
So, the big thing was that Jeff fixed what he thought it was, and that didn't fix it. So he, it's been put together and taken apart, and put together and taken apart a couple of times, and so it took until yesterday morning for them. It was broke last weekend, and it took until yesterday morning to get it finally fixed. And I paid a little extra because I got the motor here in town instead of ordering one. So, but
Yeah.
I got it. It's kind of like, okay, but now I have it. I don't have to wait for it. Tanya, did you say he is putting Reflectix in the closets? Yes, in the camper, Teresa. In my overhead cabinets. Okay, okay, I got a piece of paper somewhere. Okay. Okay, if this was the dining table and this was the couch, we have cabinets, little skinny cabinets up there. This is the wall, Okay, so there's those, and then on the other side, there's some in the kitchen and that kind of thing. So by putting the inside these cabinets right here, which are kind of exposed to the outside when the slide is out, the top and the back, it really cuts down the heat. That comes in. If you don't put Reflectix in it, you absolutely cannot put things like chocolate up there.
Oh, I bet that's true.
Ask how I know this.
How do you know that, Tanya?
In the Tiffin, yeah, on the inside, yes. And our bedroom cabinets, he will do that. He will pull the drawers out of the dresser part and put it behind the drawers, all of those places in the slides, yes. But okay, these cabinets are in a slide, but the other kitchen cabinets are not in a slide. He'll still do it because they sit against the ceiling, the roof, and the outside. And just any of that that we can add that to is, oh, yes. Okay, and when you do Reflectix, okay, we just learned this. Okay, Reflectix it's like silver bubble wrap is what it is. Now in the Tiffin, he just stuck it to the walls. Okay, he just, inside these cabinets, he just stuck it to the walls. But friends of ours is doing the same thing to their cabinet, and he read, because we didn't read about it, that Reflectix has an R value of 4 when you stick it directly to the wall. But if you give it a little tiny gap, like Jeffrey is using some foam that he cut off something else that he had. If you do a thing where you do a frame of something that gives it just a little bit of space and then put the Reflectix over it, it gives it an R24. So it really changes the amount that it works by having an airspace behind it. So this time Jeff is putting that airspace behind it. So it takes more. It takes more. And we're sticking it up with alien tape. It's like the silver sun shield you can buy for your windshield. Just about, yeah. On the inside, you mean, Teresa? the black felt. Yeah. Now, when we built the bus, okay, I don't know if y'all know this. We had a bus, like a school bus. It was an adult height. We bought it from a church. It had been used by the military. We thought for a while it had been a prison bus, but we're not sure. Anyways, when we built the bus, we used that foam insulation rather than the Reflectix. It's like sheet foam. I'm putting Reflectix in your windows for when you sleep. Yeah, and Jeff has Reflectix cut for the windshield and the windows and things like that for when it's parked here. So, and we just did that to the Tiffin when we had it, and it worked real well. And okay, I need to go get something to try it, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like you're getting having fun, Teresa. I would love to be able to do something like that. Even if I had the van and the money, I don't have the health to build out something like that and use it, but that would be so much fun.
I will tell you that we won't build another one. Well, it's kind of a no build. Jeff had we started with a van, a Ford Econoline work van. He had put a bed in the back of it, and we had a cook stove, and nothing fancy. We had well, that's good. That's already bad. I wonder if they're all bad.
Oh no.
That's gonna make me irritable.
Yeah, they kind of go
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep. Brand new ones too. Well, I guess okay, that one's okay. I don't think I want to put it on there as a thing though, because it would work. But maybe not. I'll have to think about that. I think I'll just do it the way I was planning. Looking at camping, so nothing fancy. Yeah, I'll fold down my seat for a bed. Center seat is not in my van. Well, and when I go to visit my daughter, there's no room for me and the pups, and hotel and motels. Yes, and when you've got somebody's driveway you can sleep in, that's always a good thing.
Yes.
So, we actually are planning our fall trip, and I've already found a couple of driveways. So that's now not so much driveways as spots for places where we can get off the driveway, but fields which work for us. But we modified our first Tiffin, the one that we got in the accident with. We had modified that one. We're not doing that to this one. I cannot seem to get this needle to thread. Okay. Well, I'm doing it the wrong way anyways. I don't know why I did that. You always thread with the thread that came off the spool first. If you guys didn't know that. You should not thread from the end that you cut it off of, that where you cut the last time. But this, I wonder if that needle's full of wax is why it's not going in there.
So you thread with the end you cut this time?
Yes. No. When you pull it off the spool, this
Yeah.
is the end you should thread with.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
But then you said don't thread with the end you cut last time, and so I got confused.
No, last. When you cut this spot right here, don't thread with this end, thread with this end. The one you cut off before, the one that's the lead end of it. And that holds true for every thread I know of.
Okay, well that's good to know. I can honestly say I probably have never paid attention, so that's why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. The way thread is usually wound is designed to come off and thread that way. And I think what's happening is, of course, it would help if I had the right glasses on.
So if you thread it before you cut it,
yep,
then you know you're always doing the right one.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Used to be when I hand quilted with the ladies that I quilted with.
Yeah.
Someone would sit and put dozens of needles on the spool. Just there would be just
kind of like when you put beads on or something.
Yeah, and just put needles and needles and needles on the spool. And then you would just slide the needles down and cut and have one on your piece of thread and cut off the rest of them. So that you didn't have to stop because you were going through so much thread that you didn't want to have to stop to thread your needle constantly.
Yeah.
So okay, I am going to go make myself big for a minute because I think Alaska Lisa asked me to show her how to do this. And I have to find my doodad. Okay, so let me make this big so you can see. Okay, hi Joyce.
Hi,
now
Joyce.
Then, there's this thing called a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch just because I like the stability of it better, especially in something long like this. So the other thing I do that's weird is that I wrap my thread around the outside, catching the top part of this piece of paper because that's where they get caught. Now, if this was a fancy book, I wouldn't do that. But since this is a notepad to go in your purse and get toted around and be abused, that's why I do that. Julie's having puzzles to fill. So, and depending upon what I am doing, if I wanted to add jewelry on the outside, I might actually start on this hole up here, but I'm going to start in the middle. Kind of that's how they normally start a 3-hole pamphlet project. Okay, so out, leaving a tail, in. Okay, didn't go through the right hole. Okay, I can't see chat at all, guys, because I have to have the other glasses.
Well, right now nobody's chatting, so you're safe.
Yeah. Okay, in through this hole. And this is a lot in the signature. For a regular book, I probably wouldn't put that many. Out through this top one. Then, like I said, I wrap it around this one and I go out through that one again. You have to make sure you don't split your threads. Then you come back in through the one that you, right there. So basically you go through each hole just twice.
Once from the front and once from the back.
That's right. And it gives you a whole line of thread. And because I'm telling you what I'm doing, it's causing more trouble than it's worth. You know, normally it would have gone right through there.
Barbara says, anyone in RVs or vans is welcome to come park outside our house. There's a flat place right at the end of our street.
Okay, Barbara, but here's the
ready.
deal. Here's the deal. Do you have any idea how big this thing is? Can you park a school bus out there? That is the question. Can you park a school bus out there? Because, and then here you have to understand that this is bigger than a school bus. When we first started looking for houses in Texas, the real estate agent, she kept showing us these pieces of property, and we kept trying to tell her we had an RV we had to park, right? And I finally said, I don't think you understand. Can you park a school bus there? Be careful, I have a minivan. There you go. You might have to squeeze. I missed how I made the holes. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute.
Teresa says, a Dodge Caravan. You may wake up and find a red Mini in your front yard.
There you go. Okay. All right. First off, Lisa, I have this thing. It's called a centering ruler. This was a cheap one. It's a Fiskars one. Tim Holtz makes one, but I wouldn't pay that kind of money. This one works just fine. It has a 0 in the middle, and it goes out. So that, and then on the other side, it's a regular ruler. So I can lay it here, and I can find the exact same mounts on both ends, like so. And then I marked it at the center, and I marked it at the 2 inches, and I marked it at 3.5. And then I punched holes by using this little doodad. That is a pokey thing. Now, I have another pokey thing that's kind of like this that I got at the dollar store, but it doesn't have that's not the pokey one, but it kind of looks like it's a pink thing, and it looks like that. And I've got a wooden one, old one. This one I like because it goes away. So, you know. And I had this underneath, and I just took my pokey tool, and right where the crease was, I pushed it through where the holes were. I can go through most of any thick signature that way if I'm careful. Just a second, I knocked stuff down. I need a white one. I have a Tim Holtz one. Honey got me the black Tim Holtz board, and the ruler came with a set that you got. Okay, so then, and like I said, I use 5 holes, but if you look up 3-hole pamphlet stitch, basically it's the same stitch pattern, just with 3 holes instead of 5. But like I said, for this particular thing, it's going to be kind of probably a bees, kind of thing. Okay, so then you have to pull it tight, and you got to make sure that you pull them all. See, that's something. Sometimes you have to really go back and pull.
Teresa, I got the glass mat, but if you make videos, and you have a ring light, it
Yep.
blares and you can't use it. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna let you know, for making videos, the glass mats, at least for mine, they don't work.
Yeah.
It may depend on where your light's coming from, but if the light's coming down from on top, it doesn't work well. I was very frustrated. I ended up giving it to Hannah.
Even this Teflon, look at the
Yeah, you can see
light,
the lines.
and I don't have a ring light. That
Yeah.
is just the LED light that's shining off of that. So, okay, so then we've got these two, and there's not a spot right there. So what you have to do is go under this one, like so. And now you can just tie knots, like so. Okay, and then what I do, because I have this thing about knots, I don't like just one. What I usually do, come here, is I take this and put it underneath this one. And I take this and I put it underneath that one. And I tie another knot. So that, I have kind of double knotted it. It won't hurt anything. It's in the spine. It's not going to cause trouble writing or anything like that. So, oh, black on white, I can see, but black with anything on it, I can't see it well. Yep. So now then, I will usually now put this underneath the paint over there so that it gets flattened. I'm going to put this on here for now. That is awful that those are not going to stay. I'm going to have to get something and make something. Maybe I'll use a ribbon. Maybe that's what I should do. But I'm not going to do that right now, guys, because I'll have to go look for something, because I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here right now. Maybe I'll get a ribbon and put a ribbon around it so that it'll stay closed. So, but I don't have anything out. So there's that. Now then, let me go back to Lisa. It's like trying to read the chat here. If it isn't caps, I don't see it well. Okay, bye, Teresa. Let's see, where am I here? Right there. There she is. Oh, did you put that guy behind the desk? He's sitting in a very big chair.
He came with the desk.
But he's sitting in such a funny chair.
I know,
I like
but
it.
it's his feet just work perfect with the rungs of that chair.
Of that chair, yeah, I like it.
So he's definitely going to go there. I'm trying to decide what, if I want to put. I thought I might put a dog down here. Maybe a bird on the chair.
Yeah.
I don't think that bird, but I've got some birds over here, so I thought I'd look and see what. There's a lot of other stuff over here too that are not birds.
You'll find a bird.
A lot of birds.
I'm sure you'll find a bird. Okay.
Ooh,
so like I said, I think I'm going to put that underneath the weights, and then I'll find something to tie it with, because these are not going to work. So I'm pretty sure they're all probably stretched out. Yeah. Okay. That's what I got to do with that. Oh, there's something already under my paint. What's under the paint? Oh, I know what's under the paint. There we go. postcards that I made the other day. They're under the paint.
Okay. No birds.
So now they're flattened pretty much. Oh, bye, Teresa. Let's see. I better do a little journal page before we forget about it. Because we certainly don't want to forget about it. Right? Right. Barbara, my whole house is a mess. Oh, guess what, Lisa? Brandon said, not Texas Lisa, Alaska Lisa. Brandon said, "Oh, you're really cleaning up for Aunt Lisa to come." I said, "Nope, I'm cleaning up because I can't handle it anymore." I actually cleaned off. We have a couple pieces of, they're actually bedroom furniture. Barbara's painting cats. Anyways, they're old. They have mirrors and they have marble tops. One is a wash stand. One is a dresser. Yeah, dresser is what you would call it. Anyhow, it has been piled with stuff, and it's just it was just piled. And so yesterday I cleaned it off, and Brandy goes, "You're really cleaning up." I said, "No, I just couldn't stand it anymore. Just can't stand it." So, okay, I gotta find some stuffs to put in here. Don't know what yet, but something. Like that. Oh, that might be pretty just like that. That's pretty.
That is pretty.
Uh-huh, just like that.
You may have to do 2 pages.
Well,
that's done.
that it does look done, but now we might have to, yeah, that is just kind of done just like that, isn't it? I'll have to
It's
put some
gorgeous.
words on it. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'm doing 2 pages. I'm remembering Brandon holding my baby boys. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. I said Sean was coming to him the other day, and he went, "What? Who? What? Who?" I said, "Your cousin." Yeah. Okay, that's going in. It's just going in just like that. Yes. But how am I going to get that glued down good? I'm going to spend time with it, I guess. I guess we can bring it in. I've got pictures of Brandon on the wall holding the boys. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to have my other glasses to see this to glue it down. That's for sure. Because this is going to take a little work. This is one reason I don't like these kind of die cuts. Now, I guess I could not worry about it and just let it go, but I am afraid that it would just lift up and get caught and get torn.
Yeah. The only thing that makes those worth doing at all is art glitter glue.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Otherwise, I would not mess with it.
And that's if I don't take too long and let the first one get dry before I get to the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it weren't for art glitter glue, I couldn't do this. Uh-oh. That one's kind of bendy. Okay, now. And luckily, with art glitter glue, it does not take very much to glue stuff down.
That's true too.
Oh, see, that one got dry before I got to it. I can tell because it's gone. The white's gone. So is that one. All right. Okay. Okay. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome.
Something about texture junkies, but I can't see because I got the wrong glasses on. Let me see.
Oh, let me go back and look.
Yes, Sharon from Texture Junkies showed us her book she altered to do art in, but pulling 3 pages out and gluing together the next 2 pages together. I'm trying to finish one. Ah, um, I hate the gluing pages together thing. It just it makes me grumpy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've done several books like that, but I don't like that part of it either.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of times I'm not even happy with the result because it's so stiff.
Right. Yep.
So it's always a love hate thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Okay. What are these? Maybe there's something in this that. The gentle wind, a sweet and passionate wooer, kisses the blushing leaf. How about that? Oh my gosh, that couldn't have been better. The rushing of the leaves is like a low hum to nature. I like this other one better. Okay, that's what we'll do.
Okay, Tanya.
Yes,
I
oh,
need
I
an
like it.
opinion.
Yes. Uh-huh.
1 second. Let me
I
put the
like
lid on this.
I like the bird with the long tail
But do you like
because
it there or up
no,
here?
where it was. Because it balances out the dog and it has a better visual kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, but I don't like this. Even though it looks like this plant is coming over, so it looks like
Mhm.
that it just as it turns the wall,
Mhm.
there's still something about that white line right there I don't like.
Okay. Well, I think the bird needs to stay where it's at, but um on your table to the right, there's a lady in a red dress. What is she got hold of right there?
This, this,
Yeah, okay, is it a surfboard?
yeah,
Okay, can you cut that surfboard into a couple of leaves? Or do you have something with leaves? Okay, wait a minute. There's a yellow flower with leaves right to your. Yeah,
yeah. I already tried that, but it just
it's too
looked
bright.
weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
too bright.
it just doesn't fit. Um,
Okay, wait a minute. No, the lady that's on the. Okay, you just covered it up with the bird. Okay, that bit of green underneath your thumb. What happens if can you turn that sideways and just cut the lady off of it?
it's actually a guy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because this is actually what I cut out. That's just the back.
okay. Well, I
But
happen to like the guy on the dock, so
I
But I
do
was,
too. But
thinking maybe you could cut some of that green off and turn it into something coming out of that plant or something.
that's possible. I'm wondering.
Lisa says
Uh,
she's so glad to see you working in that book.
I'm glad to be working in it, Lisa. I've been struggling being able to do anything, and so it feels good to be able to do something. Here, we'll just put in some.
Oh, there you go. Some of your own leaves. There you go. Oh, do you have another one? Yep, yep. Oh, that's perfect. I like it. Oh, I like it. Hmm. You don't have
Okay,
a
I'm going to
fourth
think
one, do
about.
you?
A fourth one, I don't know, but I got a flare. I got a flare.
Okay.
That one doesn't go good though.
The reason I'm saying that is I think it needed to come down just a little further. The leaves are so pretty.
That needs to be red though if I'm going to put something up there.
Yeah, probably.
And I don't have anything red. I do have a little yeller one, but that doesn't look good either. Could just do it like that.
Yeah, that looks a little. The reason it just needed to come down a little further. Okay, switch the bottom leaf and the top leaf because the bottom leaf, first off, you've got it going up because the other two leaves you got going down. Does that make sense? There you go. Well, what I was thinking, the bottom one is fatter, and I was thinking about if you put it on the top and the other one on the bottom, it does that make sense what I'm saying? There you go. Or should I have left you alone and let you do what you wanted to do in the first place? Probably. Mm-hmm. It was in flight. Okay. You didn't have a red bird? Uh, she had another red bird, yeah. I thought she did, anyways.
I had that red bird. I don't think I have another one that's red. I have this one and this one, but they're partially red, but they're flying.
The partially red one that is flying with his wings open might be good over top of the blue because his wings are partially blue. Tore this and then I didn't like it torn, so. Barbara says she thinks they look fine. There you go.
I don't want fine, Barbara. Well, I'm going to glue this bird down and think. So.
Okay, I think these are going like, I don't know. Maybe I just won't even put this part. Yeah, we're just not going to put that part. We're just going to put it like that. I will have to find something else to put on this page because on a page because we can't just stick one thing down and call it done. It's pretty, but
Well, you got two. You have three elements. You have the background, the leaves, and the words.
Okay, so that's three elements. So I did work, huh? Is that what you're telling me? I did some work?
I mean, if you could find something you think would look good on it, then go ahead.
Oh, no. I think it's done.
It feels like anything else you do would be too much.
Yep, it's done. I don't want to do anything to it. Yep. Now, the problem here is writing on it. I don't want to write on it with white, so we will do a little gold around it, like so. And then we'll put our date in with gold, which is today is August.
August the 4th.
Oh, Brandon has a birthday this month. Ooh.
What day is his birthday?
29th.
29th. My nephew's birthday's the 26th. Yep, yep.
Yeah. Kid's gonna be
My
an old
birthday's the
man.
13th.
Yours is
There
the
are a lot of birthdays
13th.
this month in our art group. I just can't remember who everybody is. I know Mary's birthday is like the 18th, I think. And today's Mindy's birthday, but I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
who else. But it seems like there were a bunch of people. I
I'm
haven't
like
looked at my
Lisa.
August
I,
birthday list on Facebook yet.
yeah, I like the bird there better than the leaves by far.
Okay, me too. I haven't
Mhm.
glued him down yet, but I do like him.
Julie says her husband's birthday is the 16th. We don't have many birthdays much in August. Most of our birthdays are in March and uh, October, and then Jeff's is in January. Okay, so there's that page. That's today's page, but I think I'm going to try for another page because, I only did that little bit, which means I have to find some stuffs. Some kind of stuffs. What do I want to do? Guess I'll get out some junkies. Let's find some junkies and see if we can find something to do with it.
Lisa Carroll's husband's birthday was also the 16th. He would have turned 60
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that you lost him, Lisa.
me too. He was a good guy. Used to bring Lisa to like bead shows. Oh, okay. I have this. And I have this. And I have this. And one of these. Mm, I have some bling.
Okay.
I might have to have some bling in there. Mm, don't know what else to get out. What is this? That's a Santa Claus. I don't think I need a Santa Claus today. It's August and it's hot out. It has not been pleasant. Did I tell you they're tearing up our road? They have
Yes.
made such a mess out there. Right now, the end of the road is completely blocked, but they didn't block off the other end. So people come flying down our road and then they can't get through. So they have to stop and back up. Here's a piece that has mushrooms on it.
Okay, Barbara says in August we have Mindy on the 1st, Kathy Whitney and Violet Johnson on the 5th. Barbara herself is on the 7th. Peg is on the 10th. I'm on the 13th. Andrea is on the 17th, and Mary and Jerry are both on the 18th. That's a bunch of people in August. It must be a good month.
He would sneak around and buy you BD presents. Yes, I remember when he did that, Lisa. We used to do this bead show, and her husband would bring her in, and she's right, he would sneak. He would follow her around, and then when she got busy somewhere, he would sneak back and buy her stuff.
He sounds wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Brittany's is the 20th, and Sharon Lombard's is September the 1st. So,
Wow. I can never remember everybody's birthdays. My brain just doesn't do that anymore. Jeffrey was always really good about that. Okay.
I know their birthdays soon.
Yeah, that's the best part. It's coming. We know it's here. We know it's going to come up soon, but we don't know when it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I have these. What you call it? What I do? I did jelly printed them. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just 2 pages might be beyond my ability. It might just be beyond my capabilities today.
I bet you can do it.
You think? Uh-huh.
But I think I am finished in this book right now. I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna pull out some junk and do a little book page too.
A little book page. Barbara, I have to tell you, um, somewhere along the line now he's got a new one, but for a while Brandon had one of my old phones. And he really liked having my old phone. Um, because I had birthdays on there, so he would remember everybody's birthday based on the fact that my phone told him. But I have not set up those birthday reminders on the new phone, so I don't really remember. I wonder why those guys left a ladder across the street. We were sitting here watching them the other day, and Brandon is sitting there going, if they got caught, they would be in so much trouble with OSHA because they had a guy, okay, this sand around here, you're not supposed to be in a hole below shoulder level. You couldn't even see his head. You could just barely see movement because the hole was so deep. And they had no walls up or anything. That's totally against OSHA policies. So it was interesting to watch. So, but Lisa, do you know your mic is still off? Okay, so I have out some stuff. Don't know what I'm going to use, but I'm going to see if I can find something to do with it.
I was having a coughing attack.
I figured you were, but
I'm still not sure I'm over it.
uh-oh. I kind of like that on there with these blue dots. Oh, but I like this one maybe better because it's got more blue in it. But I don't like the line, so I think we'll go with this one. Okay, let's get out some clippies because, I have clippies out. Whenever she gets that book out, I go, that looks familiar.
And it should.
Oh, I have to tell you too. I got a present from my son the other day. Okay,
all right.
you have to understand that he thinks I'm weird, and then I save stuff. Look what he brought me. Okay, I told him I needed two. He said, if I brought you two, could you do earrings? I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, you want to know what it is? It's the cap off of his hot sauce.
Well, I was going to say, it looks like a cap off of something.
Well, there's a plastic cap on the hot sauce inside this little wooden one that pulls off. Well, apparently he pulled the wood too hard and it came right off. So he knows I save all these weird things. So he brings it to me. He goes, "Here, I brought you a present." Like, whatever, kid.
So much.
Yep. You love me, don't you?
That's what you think. Is he secretly making fun of me?
Oh, I knew he was making fun of me. He was so making fun of me. I knew it for sure. Uh-huh. I used to do that, Julie. I used to put paper calendars, just 1 month, and I used to print them out on copy paper. And I had this place in South Dakota. I had this place in the kitchen where one of the white cabinets came out, and I just I stuck all those calendars on the wall, and that's how we kept track of everything. I didn't keep a planner then. I just kept this calendar on the wall, but I had to have it I couldn't flip for calendars. It had to be out all the time. But it worked and it didn't work. Oh, I forgot to go to Publix. Oh, now I have everything. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I get to do that first thing in the morning.
You remember these?
Uh-huh. My
I
guy
have a
who's
bunch of them. I still haven't used them yet. I keep
I
thinking
got a
I
bunch
could
of
do
them.
something with those.
I got a bunch of them too. That my guy who used to save them for me doesn't work there anymore. He did that retirement thing. I don't know why, but he
Oh,
did. Now the new guy that has his position, I'm pretty sure if I said, when you use those, can I have them? He would save them for me, but I haven't asked him because I have a bunch.
yeah. Well, I still have several that you sent me, so
Uh-huh.
got a ticket to the baseball game.
Ooh.
Sod Poodles. That's our silly name for our baseball team.
Side poodles. Okay.
Prairie dogs. That's what sod poodles are.
Oh, sod. SOD. Okay.
SOD. Sod
Sod.
poodles.
I thought you said side. So, okay, sod poodles. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
It makes a little bit of sense.
A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, it wasn't important that much for sure. Mhm.
Okay, I just got a bunch of junk here. Don't know if I'm gonna use any of it, but
Well, see, that's what happens. I have a bunch of junk too. So, oh, and that piece of junk just went on the floor.
oh. Okay, I was bad the other day.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Show us,
gonna
show
show
us. Let
you.
me. Okay, I gotta see. I gotta see. You
Okay,
haven't been as
hold on
bad
a
as
minute.
I was.
I'll have to go get it. Oh,
She has to go get it. Okay. I know she wasn't as bad as I was. That's for sure. If you can't remember, it must have been a lie. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ooh, she has a bag. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
went to the quilt store because I thought I want some Tim Holtz fabric. I wonder if this quilt store has Tim Holtz fabric, and they
Ooh,
did.
ooh,
They had
ooh.
they had like 6 different ones of these, but I
Mm-hmm.
bought 2 of them, and I'm gonna open them and look at them with y'all right now, if you don't mind.
Okay. I'm gonna sit here and watch. I'm not even gonna make my thingy. I'm gonna watch.
Okay, but
That turquoise one is one I just love.
I can't believe I actually spent this much
That
money
much.
on it, but
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Every
was
time I go, uh-huh.
it was one of
Hmm.
those days when I was depressed and I was needing some kind of um that's kind of cool too.
Yes. Hold
Some
on
kind
just a
of
minute. Let me ask Teresa
go
her
ahead.
question. Mike, do you cut the end off your envelope to make a pocket? End off the envelope. No, I usually use it off the top. Is Don't you have your little book right there and wasn't that an envelope? Yeah.
This
Yeah, it is an envelope. Okay.
it is an envelope.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that one is the pocket. Okay, on that envelope. Okay. I did not make a pocket on the second side, did I?
No.
Okay. Well, hold on just a second. Let me show you this other one because this
Well, you
other
need
one is.
to
Yeah,
not
I know.
make
I
me
have.
big.
So
Okay.
don't open those fabrics until I get back.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't. I'm just
Okay.
gonna take the ribbon off.
Okay. Um, I'm making a journal with the hills. Okay. So this envelope was this way. And what I did was I cut a flap right there in the center so that it opens there and there. So yes, there's pockets in this one, and the one I made Lisa, there's a pocket on the end, but the back cover does not have a pocket. I hope that answered the question.
Okay.
Okay, now, yeah, that turquoise one I just love.
Yeah, these are fat quarters, so
Yeah.
they're there's still a pretty decent sized piece of fabric.
Oh yeah,
But
it's I like a fat quarter better than a quarter of a yard because it's more
yeah,
usable.
I agree. And I thought about getting, a quarter of a yard of some things, and was looking at them, and then I saw these, and I was like, okay, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna do
just
it. I'm just
just
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Just you might as well just do it. Teresa, that's how Lisa's is. It was a 6x9 regular shipping envelope, and I don't usually cut the back, mostly because I don't use the pockets. That one's pretty too, but I like
It
the other
is.
one. This whole series I just loved.
Let's see if we can. I'm sure there are, one or two in here that I would like maybe less than the others, um,
It's awful hard. That's why
but so far I'm liking them all.
that's why when they do a fat quarter bundle, it's really nice because then you just get one of everything.
Yeah.
Now, if I have to buy it off the yard, and that's a gorgeous piece. I haven't seen that one. I may have to go to the store.
Let me see if it
Helen,
tells
are
what
you
the
on here? Helen, if you're here, I'm going to text you later. We have to go to the store tomorrow.
I was going to see if it said which one this was.
Look on the salvage edge.
Oh,
It may or may not. It depends on if there's enough of it there.
this one doesn't have the salvage edge.
Okay.
But I meant the
I'm sure.
bundle.
I'm. Oh, the
They have the
bundle. Okay.
bundle named something.
Yeah.
Um, and I thought it would be on here. I should have kept the receipt.
It probably isn't on the receipt either.
Okay, no, it is.
Okay.
This
Oh, it
one's
is.
foundations,
Okay. Yeah.
and this one is abandoned.
Okay.
Abandoned one is
Mhm.
that one. Well, maybe it's the opposite. I'm not sure. One of them is called foundations, and the other one is abandoned one. I have a feeling this one might be the
Yeah,
abandoned.
that one. I think you're right. I think that one's
Yeah.
abandoned. Now, I was going to say when I have to buy them off the yard, I buy a third of a yard instead of a quarter eh, because it's more usable. That's really cool.
This fabric is designed to have a distressed appearance with printed imperfections.
Uh-huh. Yep,
That's
yep.
why we like it.
That's right. That's why we like it.
Anyway, I need to make me a Tim Holtz journal. Um, I have one that's, I'm putting Tim Holtz paper stuff in, but I love the kind of patinaed look of that one.
Abandoned, and I think she said it was foundations.
Foundations is the other
Hmm.
one. Yeah.
And I think she's right. I think this one is the one that's called Abandoned. That's a whole series. I wish my store would put that package together like that, though, because that's, oh, yummy.
Well, I'll tell you, they had 4 or 5 more different ones.
Yeah. They usually buy them. A lot of stores buy them like that.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
while
a
we
big
were,
orange fan, but
But
when they've got it with green and blue,
mm-hmm,
then I
yep.
like it. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I love this.
Um, and I didn't go to the store while we were in Elkhart. I avoided the in Shipshawana. There's just a minute,
Abandoned and
Amish.
foundations.
Yeah, abandoned and
And this
foundations.
whole thing is called Eclectic Elements, but they're both
Yeah,
called,
yeah,
I mean, these ribbons are both say Eclectic Elements, but they're each one is a, and she told me, remember the names, because if you need more of that fabric, you'll know what, you know,
yeah.
packet to
Mm-hmm.
buy. But I didn't think it was on my receipt, but I didn't think about keeping it because I know I'm probably not going to buy another one of these. I'll just buy something
Yeah.
different. Um,
I like the fact that it's got the dates in it.
yeah,
It looks like old tile. Built, the tile from an old building.
yeah, I like those ones that are on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
And in New York, they go up the walls in old buildings. Oh, that's pretty.
it is pretty. I think that would be fun to use as lightning, lightning
Mm-hmm.
sky.
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
How to incorporate that into something. Anyway, here's this one. So there's 10 different fabrics in each packet, and they cost 38.99 per packet. So
That's not really too
um,
bad.
that no, it's not. It's just money I don't
You're
normally spend.
Yeah. Okay. There's 10. That's
So it's like $4 a piece when you add tax.
Yeah. That's a but
That's expensive for a fat quarter, um,
no, not really, because if you look at
but not for
his
his.
fabric is usually like $12 a yard.
Yeah, well, they're selling it
So
for 13.99 a yard at this store. His
yeah,
fabric. So
that's easily the way it is.
yeah, I just meant fat quarters in general. I didn't mean his fat
Oh
quarters.
yeah. Uh-huh.
His fabric's expensive. I know that, and I
That's a
think it.
dollar cheap, and they're listed right now on Amazon.
Well, there you go.
I think I have that piece. I won't guarantee it, but I think I do.
That would be a fun journal cover. I mean, beginnings of a
Mm-hmm.
journal cover.
Yep. Like Julie said, still a lot cheaper than there.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Julie. I hate
Yeah.
that it's like that for you.
The getting it across that ocean is a big deal. I think that one's upside down.
It is.
That
I
one
just
has a right. That one has a right upside and downside. You'd have to really pay attention to what you were doing.
and right smack in the middle of it is Australia. See, Julie, you're highlighted because you pay so much.
Oh wow. Okay. Mhm. Ooh,
It's
that
just
one's yummy.
funny to me how different the vibe is
Between the two.
between the two. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
I love that one.
That's a piece of fabric, Teresa. That's a piece of the Tim Holtz fabric. That map. He's got several that are maps. There's one that he has that's
I
just a
think
minute.
there's
New York.
another map in here. This is a
Yeah, it's
set of fat quarters.
yeah. The other map is New York City.
Oh yeah,
Like
no, it's not
layout.
in here. I thought it was, but it's not.
There.
It
At
must
least
have been
there's
in one
one
of
that
the
is.
other ones.
That's okay, but that one doesn't trip my trigger.
No, I wouldn't have bought it on its own for sure.
Yeah.
But it'd be okay to, as foundation on for something else.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, it'll get used, I'm sure,
Hmm.
but like you said, it's not something I would have bought for myself. Now, one
I
thing
have
I
got
love
to do.
about this one
Uh-huh.
is it's got music and numbers.
Ooh.
See, in between the music lines, there's all those numbers.
Yeah.
It's like it's somebody's notations.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's interesting. For something that's music, it's got an extra element that I think's interesting.
I have to get busy and start using some of the fabric that I've bought.
Well, I need to too, because I
Oh,
need
I
to
need to
justify
show you.
spending this much money.
Yeah, I need to show you something too, because you'll want to go to Dollar Tree.
Oh my goodness, Julie. I'm so sorry. I thought 39 was expensive.
And that one's really cool if you're using fabric for something that pages won't work, but so much of the time pages would work for that.
Yeah, yeah. But I guess if you're wanting to make something that's fabric, but you want it to look like old book pages, there you go, you
Right,
know.
yeah.
So, um,
The other thing is the quality of the fabric. He only prints on pretty nice quality fabric. That's what I
yeah,
always
it
love
feels
about that.
good. When you touch it, it feels good.
Yeah. Mhm. Etsy has 13 fat quarters for $279.
Oh
Oh my
goodness,
god.
you'd have to be rich and desperate.
Yeah.
Both. It would take the
Yeah.
combination. Mm.
That one has a lot of very vintagey colors in it.
It does, and they all look good together.
Mhm.
That one definitely looks very Tim Holtzy.
Mhm. Yep.
Mm. And this one, I like this one a lot.
That one's pretty.
The
Love
black
the
is
back.
really vibrant.
And it stands out on the paper behind it, on
Yeah,
the what looks like pages behind it.
ledger pages is what it looks like.
Mhm. Mhm.
One more.
I I really like how they put the the sets together. Now that one is just doesn't look like it belongs in this set.
It does not. It doesn't look like, and I almost didn't buy this set because of it.
Mhm.
But the only other set that I liked as much had this
Mhm.
same fabric in it. Like they're trying to get rid of
Oh,
it. So they put it in two
yeah.
different sets.
Mhm.
This is my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah. Now cut up, it will be fine.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure it's usable. It's just not, it's definitely something I would not have bought, on its own
yeah,
for
and
sure. But
some days you just need some retail therapy.
yeah.
And that's what happened to me when I got in Hobby Lobby.
Well, I tell you,
And it
watched
happened more
your
than once.
video, and then I was like fighting with myself. I was like, no, you cannot go to Hobby Lobby. You have ink pads you don't use. You have paint you don't use. You have all these things you don't use. You cannot
Yeah.
go buy
Yeah.
more,
Well, the
especially
thing
since you
of
already did this.
right. Well, I hadn't done that. The thing of it was though is that I had been watching for those distress oxide pads. I've been trying to get different colors. I had a few, but not very many, because every time I'd get into Hobby Lobby on the clearance thing, they were gone. So I didn't have very many, and I've been wanting them. Don't ask me why. I do not know because I don't use enough of them. But why I bought more paper, I have no clue. But I do have to show you something because you're going to want to see it. Oh dear. Okay. We had to go for passports the other day. So after passports, Jeffrey took me for a trip to Dollar Tree. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Oh, how cute is that? Yeah, I may
It's
have
in there.
Dollar Tree. I can afford that.
Yeah, I mean it's $1.25 for a fat quarter. It's not near as nice fabric, that much I'll tell you. But I knew you had to see it because it's mushroomies. Um, I bought it because it looks nice. That's right. That's what happened. I really liked this paper. I just really liked all of those papers I bought. Um, I bought it because it's mushroomy. It's in their fall stuff. There's a
Okay.
whole line of a whole basket of fall fabric. It had a different label on it. Um, and I bought this one because I have some other stuff. Now, see, it's got mushrooms on it too. But I have some other stuff with this hedgehog and the little fox and on it. And I've been going to make a bunch of little um, notebooks
Yeah, that is very
for
cute too.
to get for my mom to give out at the nursing home or to put in their stockings like I did last year. Um, last year I just covered those little um, composition books, and
Yeah,
I could
I
do
like
that.
the
I could
yeah better than the ones I found. But these may be the same thing. I couldn't
just a
tell
minute.
for sure, so I went ahead and got them both.
No, those have been around a while. They're not in the fall. Let me see if
Yeah,
while
these
you
were
open
I bought them a while ago. So,
yeah while you
but
open those, let me go see if I can find the label because I tore the labels off because I was trying to look at them.
oh yeah, they are very different. I don't know
Yeah,
why I even thought they might be the same.
I like them.
I like this one
Yeah,
better than this one.
yeah. I'm not really into the toucans, but you're right, Julie. I bought that paper because it was just okay. But do you have the label that came on that?
Oh, I threw it away.
Okay, grab it for a second because I want to show you the difference.
It just says Crafter Square,
Right,
plain
and
old.
and you see it has that turquoisey blue crafter
Yeah,
square. Okay, across it. That is an everyday thing. That's not a
not a
holiday.
specialty. Yeah.
Yes, look at this one. This is what was on those fabrics.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and I noticed recently that um, the fabrics that came out. I have some fabrics that came out for they were with the beachy theme stuff.
Yeah.
It had shells on it. So that's one of the ways you can tell that the fabric is a one and done kind of thing. Of course, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't get it when you're in Dollar Tree, you don't get it. So,
Yeah, that's true.
um, but that's the label you need to look for if you want those mushrooms.
Okay, thank you.
Uh huh. And I haven't seen any fall paint this year, so I don't know if they're um, doing that or not. So I'm still trying to work on this page, but I really kind of like that though. I wonder if I could make a mushroom that would go with it. If I could draw a mushroom. Do you think I could draw a mushroom?
I bet you could.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not very good at
Well, look at these. If I can draw these mushrooms, you can draw a mushroom.
that. Well, those are kind of funny looking mushrooms. I do have
They're
some
kind of funny
bugs.
looking mushrooms. They're
Yeah,
nothing special.
I have some bugs. I could put bugs in there with my mushrooms, but let's see if I could draw a mushroom. We'll see. Maybe I can draw a mushroom. Do I want to draw it on there? Or do I want to draw? Maybe I'll try to draw two mushrooms. Maybe. Okay, so The nice thing is, if I can't draw it on this side, I can turn it over and draw it on the other side, right?
There you go.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. But I think I kind of need a pencil. Mhm, pencil.
I think I'm going to glue that in like that,
Oh, that'll
kind of
be
make the
cute.
back of the pocket,
Uh-huh.
and instead of um, putting it in the pocket, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Now I'll probably put in so much glue it's oozed out and glued the pocket shut. Nope, I don't think so. Nope, I don't feel any glue. So, okay.
Well, it's not too bad.
No, I think it's cute.
Okay, I'm going to draw it now with the black pen so that it maybe looks like it. Yeah, I guess that one I'll draw. Okay. This marker does not draw on this particular cardstock very well at all.
Well, your mushroom's turning out cute though.
Okay, well, I hope so. Now, if I can just keep my hand out of it, because frankly, it's not drying. There. Okay, so that's one mushroom. Let's draw another one. I guess maybe I should dry the pencil first. What kind of mushroom do I want to draw on this one?
Okay, I don't think I want any of that.
Tall, skinny mushroom. Real skinny. This one has this little skirt around it. By the way, if you guys don't realize it, I'm copying.
You're copying.
Yeah, see? I'm drawing that mushroom right there, right now.
Okay, yeah.
Not very well, but that's what I'm doing. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. That's close. I know you guys can't see that very well, but
We will when you ink it.
mm-hmm. Barbara's. Oh, I didn't even see Barbara was stepped away.
I
Have you
didn't
got
either.
things that you're losing there?
What?
Excuse me. I said, are you losing stuff out of your package there?
Some stuff fell out, yeah, but I threw it back in.
I would call it a reference image. Don't a lot of artists use them? Yes. Well, you're supposed to draw what you can see, right? Unless you're drawing something from your imagination. I guess, yes. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly why this mushroom has a little like thing that it escapes out of on the ground, but it does. So but yes, Lisa, I would call it a reference image. I got to move this thing again before I lose myself again. There we go. We're going to cut them out and see what they look like before we draw any more. But not sure I can do that with this pair of glasses on. There we go. Oh, Lisa's making mushrooms out of pieces of paper. Oh, that's so cool.
It's like paper mushroom dolls.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Just so you know, this wasn't paper, this was cardstock, but it was in my little scrap drawer. That's why I grabbed it. There's one. She's made those paper mushroom dolls before. I can't remember when she did some of those before.
Yeah, I did let me show you. Like I used some on that one. I don't know if I used any more in here on this one. And there was, I think I did it someplace else, but
I'm glad
I just have seen that. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you decided to show your fabric because otherwise I would have forgotten to show you that mushroom fabric.
I'm glad I did too. Here's some more little mushrooms.
I like them cut out of the jelly plate paper.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need any jelly plate paper, but I sure would like to play on my jelly plate.
Oh goodness, me too, and me either, or me either and me too.
Well, and I really want to dye some more paper, and I don't need any dyed paper either. So, but you know, it is mighty quiet in here. Either Brandon is sleeping, which I thought he was supposed to. One of the guys he works with needed some help with his car, so he was supposed to help somebody today. Maybe that got canceled. Because I don't think he went outside. Jeff came in and had lunch. I heard him. And I believe the dryer has stopped and didn't yell at us, so it's working right. I'm just glad I heard the dryer when it decided to go bad, because it made awful smell. It was burny, you know.
Yeah.
The motor had gotten caught and was hot. Okay. Love those mushrooms. Yeah. Okay, so we have our reference image.
Oh, that's cute.
I think I only want the one. Yeah, I think I only just want the one. What do you think?
I like it with just the one, but I haven't seen it with more than one, so I wasn't looking.
Well,
So put the other one on just to.
it doesn't have room. If I leave this piece
Yeah,
of paper there, it just doesn't really have room.
that's the only place it would look good.
Yeah, and I guess it would be all right there. But I kind of like it with just the one.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. So we'll glue this much down, and then we'll find some words. That one works. I love the tall one. We can think of you now as the Mushroom Whisperer. They are adorbs. Thank you.
They are adorbs. I agree.
Mm-hmm. And Mindy, I have a plan about the bug book, so it just isn't going to happen right this minute. So, but I do plan on making that a Sunday thing. I just have to clean up some other Sunday stuff first. That's the problem. I have too much stuff going on here. Okay, so we're going to do that like that. And then we need this piece to go all the way down. So we need to have it go from there to there.
Mindy says, "Bug book, yippee!
Yay, bug book!" I have a tiny little piece of mushroom left.
Oh, that's cute. Well, save it for something special.
Yeah, I can't remember where that piece of mushroom came from.
I'm gonna have to
you're gonna have to get off pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you need to go, hon. That's okay. I'm just glad you could come and play for a little while. And I won't be staying past 4 because I have to cook. Okay. Yep. Okay, right there like that. Okay, Barbara's finished her page.
All right.
I did 2 pages today, Barbara. Just like Barbara does a double page spread every weekend. So. I really like how the tall mushroom came out too. He came out kind of cool. Okay, now we got to find the word because it needs a word. Or 2 or something. Yep. Okay. Thanks, Lisa. I like that one better than this one. I mean, this one's okay, but I like that one better. You have to draw more than one sometimes. Okay, let's see what we got. I put some new words in here. somewhere. Last weekend we put them on sticker release paper, and I put them in here. He can who thinks he can, and he can't who thinks he can't. This is an inexorable, inexorable, thank you, indisputable law.
In other words, if you don't think you can, you certainly
You
never
won't.
will.
That's right. You don't think you
Now,
can.
if you're not sure you can, but you're willing to try, that's different.
That's right. It is definitely different. Okay, let's see. I don't think those are the ones I put in here last week. Where are they? Maybe those are the ones I put in there last week. Yeah, we'll just pull them out, and then we'll look at them, and then we'll see if there's any words in there that we like. If this wasn't such a big quote, that's the one I would use. Looking at morning dew serenading on the petals of flowers is an ecstatic moment. This makes us realize that it is the simple pleasures of life that give us the most happiness. Maybe I could get it in there. It will cover up some of it. It will cover up some of my mushrooms, though, and I don't want to cover up my mushrooms. I'm all cluttered today because I'm taking the 6-day summer creative retreat offered by Peggy Dean at the First Pigeon. 6 days of different mini workshops. Ooh, is it online or in town? Is it the
in person or virtual?
Yeah, that's virtual. That's the word I was trying to write. Sounds exhausting because I will tell you 3 days with 4 classes was 2 days. 2 days. 2 days with 4 classes was exhausting. Okay, we got. Okay. People from 16 different countries offering the workshops in 65. Ooh, online. That's going to be exhausting. Yep. But it'll be good. Oh, I like this. Remember the now, cherish sweet memories.
Very good. That says it's similar to what you wanted, but had too many words.
Yep.
It's got the same vibe.
Yep. Yeah. I have to cut it up, but that's okay. The cutting mat from my cutting mats have marks and have cuts in them, Julie. My expensive cutting mats, the Olfa mats that I've used for years and years and years. Now this is a cheap one from. No, this one is This one is a Bernina mat. It's an Olfa mat. This one was one of the one I got somewhere like at a estate sale or something, but I don't know that you can see them, but there's cut marks in this one, not very many. The my big ones that I've used for years, they have a lot of cut marks in them. Yes, it's a little much. I can pay $79 and get forever access to the replays, but I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm writing down links for more lots on Procreate. How much was the class in the first place, Barbara?
Yeah, if you don't pay for forever access.
Yeah, if you don't pay for forever access, how much was the class?
Mm.
Zero if you don't pay for forever access. Ooh.
Oh, even
Okay.
better.
Yeah, but you have to do them right.
Right then, and
Uh-huh.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about the forever access is if you have, if you can miss one and still go back and watch it.
Right. Yeah.
It's not necessarily being able to watch it again so much as being able to watch it at your leisure.
Yeah.
At least
Um,
the times I've paid for something like that, that's been why I did it.
yeah, and I've done some in the past. I have done some, what do I want to call them? Business type classes that uh I paid for the access on so that I could do the whole thing mm, over time because there was no way I could listen to
You remember
everything.
these?
Yep. Mhm. Mhm. And actually, I think that's where this little piece of mushroom paper came from. I
Uh-huh.
think it was part of one of the books that we cut up. Okay,
These,
Barbara just
I don't know why
posted the
these were in here, but
yeah. Barbara just posted the link to the pigeon letters thing. So,
oh, cool. Thank you, Barbara. I'll come back and
yeah.
look at it.
I wrote it down, but I didn't. I'll come back and look at the link. Okay, cherish. Remember the now. Okay, remember the now. Cherish
Mm.
sweet memories. Do I like that way? Yeah, I think so. Might have sent you the one that lets me into the classes. Maybe you should truncate if you try it. You'll have 3 days plus replays of the first 3 days. Okay. So the class basically is $79. And that's not bad for that many classes. That's something you have to think about. My problem is remembering to get on and use those classes. And when does it start, Barbara? Tomorrow? Of course, I went to Hobby Lobby and spent my money for a while.
Yeah. I went
And
to the
then I had
clothes
a
store.
dry then I had a dryer break, so And now Lisa made me want to go to the fabric store, which my husband will really get upset about that.
Don't tell him that you saw it from me. I love your hubby. I don't want him to be mad at me. Mhm.
No, it started on the 1st. It has 3 more days to go. Oh, okay. There we go. Now we just got to put a little black around them. Hi, Sharon.
Hi,
Someone is doing one right now about food journaling. That is drawing foods into your journal. Okay. Can you read a little blurb about each class? Probably has something somewhere. What I would do is look up the pigeon letters, Peggy Dean, the pigeon letters, and see what she says about summer create retreat. See if there isn't links to the teachers and the classes, because if there's that many teachers, surely they did little blurbs.
Yeah, some kind of advertisement.
Yeah. By the way, Shannon is going to do another retreat like I went to in the spring. Shannon Green.
Uh-huh.
They're going to do it again in the spring, but she's also talking about doing it in the fall. Okay, there's my page. So I did 2 pages today. I like it. I like it. Okay, we have August. What is today? The 4th. 4th, 2024.
I kind of just want to throw those words right there.
Oh, I like them. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Learned about it through the painting cats lady, Terry Runyon. Bought her book, and she did a class yesterday that both Linda and I did. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I did 2 pages today. I did this one, and I did this one back here, which I really like.
I really like it too. That was a perfect thing to use there.
Yeah.
I
think I was.
I just
did that today.
But
yeah, but you did some other things.
I did. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I like this one.
I like
that one.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think you did good. I like them both.
Yep. Now let's see if I can clean up enough so that I can actually function on this table. Yeah, not happening anytime soon. Oh, dear.
I got to tell y'all, I'll do a little ad here. This book.
Just a minute.
Golden Guide.
Let me make you big because, you know.
I don't think I have to be big, but anyway, a Golden Guide to Butterflies and Moths.
I have that book.
It is the most awesome book. Right here, I've got all these cut out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, there's just millions of them in here.
Yep.
And I've already cut out that many.
Yeah.
So it's well worth whatever you pay for it if you like butterflies and moths. Just thought I'd say that. If you can, I found it at the thrift store, but I bet you could get it on eBay.
Well, and I think I've got a copy of that.
But
I just have not gotten to it yet, you know. I have to start deciding what I'm going to do with my books and doing
this one's 1964, the version that I have. Anyway.
Because I got too many books and then I brought home more. So, you know, I have no space left to put them.
My brother was here. And he emptied, my brother was here to visit.
Uh-huh.
And he emptied a whole bookshelf of old homeschooling books and Ethan and Hannah's books, put them in boxes in Hannah's room. So now I have a bookshelf for my art, you know, all the books that I use for art.
That's
so that I can bring them out of the studio and put them in here. So I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know who's calling my husband, but somebody's calling my husband, and he left his phone in the house.
Uh-oh. So. Barbara, you're showing that just made me think of, I tore these papers, and you can't really tell, I don't think. But they, I thought it'd be fun to watercolor on them and then stack them up to make a landscape. And then I just saw that you said that you did watercolor landscapes. So this is something I want to do next time I stream, maybe whenever that is, hopefully Thursday. But I tell you, it just feels like every day there's just so much just necessary stuff that has to be done. Nothing
Yeah.
fun. I haven't got to do anything fun in a month. Everything's just necessary.
Yeah.
I'm
Can I
grateful
make you
I'm able
big
to
for a
get those
minute?
things done, but
Can you stay for a minute? I'm going to make you big, and I
yeah,
gotta go. I gotta go check and see what that was.
that's fine. Um, anyway, I had this paper. It was a sheet of watercolor paper, and I had written. Where is the piece? Oh, I don't know what I did with it because I thought I would go ahead and cut it up, tear it up too, to go with this. So I stuck it over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Anyway, I couldn't find a notepad, so I put down all the stuff that I needed to do that day, and then I just tore it in half and tore the rest of it up here. And so I'm gonna do the rest of these. And anyway, I just thought it might be fun to watercolor them and then make a. Now, when I did it the first time, I was just playing with it, tearing it up, and I wasn't actually paying attention to what the way I was doing it. Um, anyway, I think it'd be fun to stack those in a way that makes a landscape on a page, but I hadn't done it yet. So she did the watercolor page first and then tore them so the white part showed. Yeah, that would probably be better. But this way I can do each one of them separately, different colors. And I thought that the torn pages would take the paints differently, the torn parts from the non-torn parts. And so I thought that might actually be interesting too.
Yeah, because it should pick up the
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 paint different.
paint differently. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Anyway, that's all right.
Jeff's brother's been having trouble with his Jeep, and I didn't. He's about the only person who usually calls on the weekend, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't him. So it wasn't, so that's fine. But of course, Jeff doesn't take his phone outdoors. Like,
Right.
what good is it? If you don't take it outdoors, so
He wants you to have to come hunting down.
Well, Perry actually brought us some, what do we call those things? Well, like walkie-talkies. That he brought them to me so that I could call Jeff on it out in the shop. But you have to turn them on.
Yeah, and you have to bring it with you.
Then you have to take it with you. So, there again, it doesn't help at all when he doesn't take them with him. And the other thing is we have, what do I want to say? We have another kind of radio that is pretty cool that we use when we're in the camper, but we only have one of those. But our friends that have been going with us camping, they have one too, so we can talk between the campers, like when we have no cell service or,
Yeah.
when
So what are you going to do?
What?
Sorry. You're talking about one thing, but then you're showing these papers, and I just want to know, what are you going to do with these?
I haven't a clue, but I painted these a while back. They're in my stash of stuff to finish. I was just painting them. See, I sanded them a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've been painting them. And I thought, I really ought to do something with them. So, but they're painted with, and I don't even know where that paint is now. I'll have to look for it. Back in the day when we were in South Dakota, getting craft paint was hard. So I had gone to the Ace Hardware and bought jars of wall paint,
Yeah, like sample
and
jars.
Yeah, sample jars. And these are painted with that paint because I was using the paint and painting these pieces of cardboard, and they've sat here this long, and I thought, well, I should do something with them, even if I just cut them. I have to cut this part and this part off so that they're ready to use for like tags.
Postcards or something.
Yeah, they're little small for a postcard, I think. Where's my ruler? I put the ruler away. Can you imagine that? Um I remember, yeah, Julie remembers me doing this. Yeah, It was just one of those things where I was using stuff up. Okay, they're 5 3/8 by 3. So they could be mailed as a postcard. I usually do 4 by 6 as a postcard, just simply because I like more room to work on.
Yeah. But they're a nice
But
weight for doing the single page binding.
yes, I could just bind them together in a book and then use them to do some kind of creative thing on, like, what do you call that? Collage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I left this part, they could actually be like post bound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd
Right
be
there.
interesting too. Yeah.
And then they would turn like that, although I don't think they're going to turn very well. Do you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
it's too thick. So in other words, I got them out to play with them so I could see if I could think up something I wanted to do with them. Because,
Well, I bet you come up with something good because those look like they would make a fun book of some kind.
well, and the thing of it is that if I did the single sheet binding, they would lay flat.
Yeah.
So, and I've been thinking about doing something different when I do that binding, and that is to put the pages together like this. Like, oops, just a minute. Let me make myself bigger. Um,
Well, I'm
okay.
going to get off
Okay.
anyway and go sit in my chair and just watch
Okay,
because
that's
my back
fine.
is really hurting. So
Okay, I'm not going to stay on much longer, but I love you, and I'm glad you could come play for a little while.
thank you. I love you too, and I'm glad I got to. I've been
Okay.
really needing some therapy. So thanks.
Well, like I said, Thursday's out because I have some kind of something I have to do Thursday.
Yeah. Well, if
Um,
I can, I'll be on Thursday.
okay.
But I'm not sure, so I'm not going to promise anything at this point. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. I'll talk to you
Okay.
later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
Um, but okay. So here's the thing: when you bind these, okay, if I put it like this, and the art is like that, and this one, then you turn the page, then the blank part of the page is over here on the right, on the left. Okay, but if I bound them so that they were like this, then the art would be here and you could write on this one. And I've been thinking about that. I can't decide how I want to do that, but at the moment, I was just really looking at these because now this one is not completely covered. You can still see a little bit, but by the time you put some kind of collage or something on it, it would be. I probably have enough pages right now to accomplish a book. Let's let's see what would happen if I put one of each color. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It would make a fun journal. That's what I was thinking. It would make, you know. And the fact that they're not perfectly painted doesn't bother me, because by the time I inked them and put them together, it would make a fun book. I wonder if I have exactly the number to make it even. I'm not sure. Don't think so. It's getting quite fat anyways. That's a lot of pages. And with that single sheet binding, that slip knot binding that I do all the time, it's kind of it lays nice and flat, so it wouldn't be that hard to work. Thing is, I know I need to cut this stuff off. So, and now I've got plenty more. These were, I go through at least one of this box a week, sometimes two. So, you know what? Since Lisa's not on here, I'm going to get rid of this thing in my ear because it's starting to bug me. You know, this would make a fun, what do I want to say? A fun, like, daily type journal, because this is a small amount of space to write. If I bound it this way. Right there. Have pretty artwork to look at while you wrote on it. Those pages make you thirsty for tea. Well, I have this thing about the way I make tea. I make a gallon of tea every day. Every day. Very rarely do we not drink a whole gallon. So that means that once in a while I get to skip a day, or if it's really pouring, then I don't. But it only takes an hour to make tea outside here in the summertime. It's usually out there most of the day. But I put 4 bags of this and a gallon bag of Lipton in my gallon jar. So I don't make lottery tea. I make, you know, good tea. Anyways, that's the way we like it. Jeff doesn't like herbal teas, but I don't like black tea that bites. And this cuts the bite to me. And plus it's full of vitamin C. So, you know. Okay, so that means I got to cut all of that off of there for sure. That's one of the things I have to do. So I think I will do some of that until I get ready to go. I know that's not very much fun for you, but and I did, when I put the paint on these, I did sand this first. And by the way, if you haven't got it, we had this discussion before, but Jeffrey got me this. This is it's Mirka abrasive paper, or it's like sandpaper, but it's like open weave. This stuff works really, really well. Now, Mindy, I'm pretty sure, hunted up a link for this online. Um, you don't, I mean, this piece will last me forever. So, but it is really better than any sandpaper I've ever used. Jeffrey has gone to using all this too out in the shop. So, okay, let's see what we have going here. We just want to cut it off like that. Then I'll have to decide if I'm going to cut the bottom piece off or not. Now here's the deal. This top piece right there is cut. So I could leave it like that, or I could cut it off. And since I don't know yet, I think I will just wait. I like it because it doesn't clog up, and you don't have to have a new piece all the time. It's just, that sandpaper is just like the best stuff. And it works really fast. And especially when you're sanding like cardboard, like this stuff, okay, that one didn't cut. Ugh. Barbara posted her little book page. Yay! Another thing I could do is I could put a fancy border on the top. Let me see. I had a fancy border. Let's look and see what that would do. I'll go look soon, Barbara. Barbara, if I've got it, I've got it in my Amazon list. If you will message me, I will make sure that I send it to you if Mindy doesn't have it. It comes in different grits, so you want to look at what kind of grit you're getting. Okay. I could do some of these borders like this. It's going to have to be a bigger border. To be a longer border, but let's find could leave this bottom part rounded. I could do some fun borders on the top. I want to do the borders though that have a little more stability, not these little skinny ones. They're gonna crash and burn. But that would make the bottom. Oh, was for Barbara's book. Okay, I will let me make myself a note, and tonight I will post it in the Facebook group, okay? Because I have it listed. I'm pretty sure. Link to sandpaper. The problem is you're going to end up with a bunch of it, and you really don't need a bunch of it. You just need one piece. fancy cabinet shops, fancy woodworking shops will have it. That's where Jeff bought mine. He went downtown to this woodworking place and he bought 2 or 3 sheets of each thing because you only need one piece. Longer book pages. There you go. If I had left more room on the side of this where I could stick it up like that, like this one, or I could stick it down, that would be all right. But this one's too fragile to stick on this way and have it hang off the edge. I could back it with something. But it might be fun to make a different border on the top of each page. That's what I was thinking. To do like these borders and just do where it's stuck up. I have to think about that. That's the next thing do I need to think about. So I'm not going to work much longer. Like I said, I have to go fix some food. I promised to make dinner because there's no leftovers left. I don't know how we got around and had no leftovers left, but we did. I may have to get out the other cutter. What I may have to use is my guillotine cutter is the deal. So yeah, there we go. Someone was hungry. No, the deal was I haven't cooked for 2 days because I said if they didn't eat the leftovers, I wasn't cooking again. They have a very bad habit of not wanting to eat the leftovers, and I refuse to have food go waste. It just irritates me to no end. My cooking's not been good enough lately, is the deal. It's not spicy enough for Brandon, and Jeffrey doesn't want to eat it. So it's just one of those things. Glass pen lettering. Ooh. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off too because, like I said, I need to go work. That box was funky. I tore it or something. We'll figure out what we're going to do with these, and then maybe I'll work on it in the live stream. For now, though, I'm going to say bye, and hope you all have fun, and I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Lisa is going to try to stream on Thursday, but guys, I just can't. The week is just kind of toast. So, bye, everybody.